I am having some difficulty in this drawing applying a dimension here. Notice you might be able to just see that gap. This dimension here doesn't tie in with the origin of that dimension, and I'm wondering why that happens. I'll first look at dimensions styles, and there's one called standard small, and it's been set current, so that's correct. This is the standard small, but it's not, its origin's not where we want it. Let's try it again, but do notice that osnaps on and a lot of osnap points are active. So we'll put a linear dimension and we'll come in here, and osnaps found that as a start point. Now we want the end point. Notice how as I move around, that's picked up a nearest, and I pop it in position, and the same things happen. Now, let me eliminate those and do it again. So I think what's happening here, or what did happen, is the wrong osnap. It dropped into near. So let's do it again. Linear dimension. I'm going to override it by saying I want an end point there, and I want an end point there, and I pull it out. This time, can you see we haven't got that problem of overlapping? And if I pick it, we know this is a schematic construction. We need 300 millimeter for the base here. Now what I would recommend doing is to make sure pole is on, and we've got an estimated height of 2400. What I want to be able to do is just move that across out of the way. The number doesn't change, the dimension doesn't change, but I'll move it even a little further and pick this next one. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to make these dimensions stand out on their own. And each time I do that, that's much cleaner now. And you can see in this area here, we've got a problem with that dimension there. See, dimension runs all the way through. It's picked up that particular point there. So I think one needs to be a little careful when you are applying dimensions that you don't use a series of running osnaps. And I think it's worth paying a little attention to tidying things up so that the dimensions don't overlap one another and cause that sort of double line effect that we saw. So I hope that helps a little. Well, I notice as I move to the opposite side of the design that the dimensions here on the right here, they're getting a little crowded. They are in the style very small, standard small, but I've created a new one called very small, standard very small, and now we can read those reasonably well. I would like the dimension to extend past the end a little more, and to do that, its dimension, always make sure that you're dealing with the correct one. We want to modify standard very small, and under geometry, extend beyond the dimension lines. Let's give that a value of 10, and hopefully that will jump out a little, and that looks a little tidier now. The other thing you could do in changing things is to say, with the text, we've set these as being aligned with the dimension line. You could try saying, make them horizontal, and then get hold of the text and sort of move it down like so. I'm not sure that works particularly well, but maybe you would disagree with me. You want to keep things consistent. If you're going to make a change to the text positioning there, using the dimensions style, you'd want to do it in the family of styles you're using here. So there's a little more to dimensioning sometimes than meets the eye. As I look at that, I think there's too much gap between the height of that text and the height of the next series up. So I repeat their dimension style, very small. We've said 25, let's make it 35, and that's much better and doesn't clash with the existing styles.